Okay, good. So hold up to 1 sec. I'm just going to isolate just left side over here for a second. So you guys can stay and attack. The rest of you guys just help shag. I'm going to toss some balls in. So what I want to do is you guys just going to continuously hit, just hit left sides. Okay, everyone else just shag. Make sure I don't run out of balls over here. I need a bunch of balls over here. Okay, here we go. Okay, now as they're attacking, all I want to do is just watch their landing. Okay, so everyone just watch the way they land. Now they know that we're thinking about it. Okay, but if you've watched the last 3, how many legs have they landed on? Okay, one more. That's 4 in a row. 5 in a row. 6 in a row. Okay, good. That was really easy to demo. Okay, so left leg landing. This is the most dominant landing mechanic that we will see in our sport. In our level at the university, that is more common than 2-footed landing. Okay? Our ideal is to land with 2 feet. That is what we would ideally like to have happen. In the women's game, we have an issue with ACL tears and blowouts. Okay? And most of why that's caused is called knee valgus. Right? So basically the knee is in the midline while the weight's going the other way, and then we blow out that ACL. It happens a lot. It happens a lot in the women's game, landing from attacking without contact. So landing mechanics is really important. Now, for a couple of reasons, but this is not an issue in the guys' game. We don't really blow ACLs. It's quite rare that you see an ACL blow in the men's game. But what men have instead is we have crazy amounts of what's called patella tendinopathy. And it's usually in both legs, so it's both takeoff and landing. So we also know if we land on one leg, we increase our risk of ankle sprains, though, and that is really, really common in both men and women. So landing on one leg is not our ideal. However, the reason that that happens is when we go to attack a ball, there's a few things. One, even if I'm in perfect balance, I then try and maximize my reach on this ball. What I do is I take my center of mass, right, and I shift it over this way when I do that, when I try and maximize this reach. And then if I'm a good jumper like these 3 are, I just start tipping over in the air, and I eventually come down and I land on that left leg. So how do I avoid that left leg landing? One is we don't try and go from here to there, right? And we try and stay more stable and level through our shoulders. There's debates on whether or not that's beneficial. I can tell you internationally, there's some attackers that do that, and they do that really, really well. There's other attackers that don't, and there's no consistency between the level of the player and their ability to do that. There's both, okay? The second piece, however, is actually more of just our own timing and judgment on the ball, and a little bit of what Gina was talking about with the setter. If the setter sets that ball past the antenna or wider than where we think it's going to be, we end up reaching across our body to try and get it. And when we reach across our body to try and get it, we do the exact same thing I was talking about where we're trying to extend up for maximal height. So this time, setter, let's make sure we err anything. I'm okay with this set being 1 meter inside to 2 meters inside. But I don't want it to be at the antenna. Okay? Make sense? And attackers, let's anticipate that you're going to hit that ball 1 meter inside. Okay, now this time let's see if we can land on 2 feet. And see if it's a reach error. Okay? Hey, there you go. Landed on 2 feet. First one. There you go. Good. There he goes. There's 2 in a row. Oh, a little wide. Okay, there you go. It's inside. Okay, just got to get our feet to that ball. Awesome. Okay, good. So what you just saw there is basically with a simple correction for the most part with these guys, their issue, in my guess, is less of a reaching component, reaching for maximal height, and it's more of set distance and width and their approach to that said ball, right? And that basically eliminated the vast majority of their issues.